Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a wear test. I'm going to be wearing the Tarte Shape Concealer, which has a cult following and was my holy grail for quite a while. And I'm going to test that against the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I'm going to be checking back in throughout the day to show you guys the difference, if any. And then I'll come back at the end of the day to let you know what I think and also, show you how it looks. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Now, I do have to apologize because right now I have absolutely nothing on my face. You can probably see, I'll scoot a little bit closer to the camera here. I have a lot of discoloration under my eyes. I have really, really bad dark circles. Let me turn off. I'm going to turn off my ring light. Okay, here we go. So you can see the very dark discoloration under my eyes. This is natural for me. I've had this since I was a little kid. It's just a genetic thing. I already have primer on those, so you can see there is a little bit of a reflection from that. But in addition to that, I have fine lines around and under my eyes, and you can see them really a lot when I smile. Like when I smile, all these lines pop out. So that's why a lot of times I'm not smiling big in my Instagram pictures, because when I smile really big, all those lines pop out. So I'm gonna put the ring light back on so that I don't scare everybody. Wow, see what a difference the ring light makes? I have what I already have on is just my regular moisturizer under my eyes. I moisturize obviously every morning, and I'm currently using up the last little bit of my Pharmacy eye cream. I'm not sure exactly what the name of it is, but I'll look it up and pop it up here. And my usual SPF moisturizer that I use daily, the Body Shop Vitamin C Brightening. I think they call it lotion now instead of moisturizer. I'm not really sure why, but that's what I use all over my face. And then I did go ahead and put on the Tarte Brighter Days Tinted Moisturizer as a primer. Now under my eyes, I'm using two Tarte items. My left eye is going to be the Shapetape eye. And for that, I used the base-ics Hydrating Primer from the Busy Gal Basics set. And for the creaseless eye, I used the Clean Slate Timeless Primer. This is really interesting. This is the first time I'm using this, and I don't know if I can really get it to focus because it's so light, but it's a very, very thick and dry primer, oddly. Like I said, I'm going to be doing Shapetape on this eye. This is the Shapetape concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. It's a little bit light for me this time of year. It's June and I'm a little bit more tan, even though I wear SPF moisturizer every day, 365, and I do wear an SPF in addition to that if I'm going to be like working out outside, going for a walk, spending time outside. But I do, just like everybody, kind of naturally tan during the summertime. And then on this eye, I'm going to be wearing the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. This is shade 13 in Fair Light Neutral, which is perfect for me this time of year. So I already have the primers on each of them. And there's some big differences between the Shapetape and the Creaseless. The main difference is what you use to apply them. For the Shape Tape, you're supposed to use a dampened beauty blender, and for the Creaseless, you are supposed to use a brush. And I do find like I've accidentally started to use a beauty blender with the Creaseless, and it does make a difference. It really does. This is a little bit of a thicker formula. I also apply them a little bit differently for real life. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in and we'll get this going because it is the morning and I have work later, and you know, I have a regular day in front of me, so I need to hurry this up. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Shape Tape, and I've got my Jeffree Star mirror here, and I guess I'll do it like this because it's easier to see. So instead of swiping the Shape Tape on, when I'm using it for real life and not just photos or YouTube, I actually just dab it on as opposed to swiping, because you really don't need as much as you see people using in YouTube tutorials, unless you're, you know, doing it for YouTube or pictures. In real life, you just don't need that much. But then the Creaseless, because it's a little bit of a thicker formula, I do swipe this guy on, just like you see people doing with the Shape Tape, because I feel like this just does a little bit better that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my beauty blender and my brush and get these blended out. All right, for white balance here. For the Shape Tape, I do have a already dampened beauty blender. This is just a like Ulta brand small one. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out. And because I have a lot of veins that show in my eyelid area, I do take my concealer all the way up. And I'm just pressing that into those fine lines. I've been bad lately about not using my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye, and I really can tell a difference. All right, so then on the Creaseless, I use an oval brush. You can get these just about anywhere. I like this one because it has kind of a dense brush side, and then this one is a little bit shorter and rounded, which you can see. This one is from Soft Surroundings, and I'm going to use the brush side and just blend this out. And just like the other one, I'm gonna take it onto my eyelid. Smoothing over those fine lines as best I can. All right, so like I said, this is a little bit light for me, so you can tell the difference in the two shades. But so I'm gonna go ahead and set, actually I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation off camera, and then I'll come back and set it because I really don't wanna put powder on my face until I've got everything going. So I will see you in a minute. All right, so I'm back. I put my foundation on, and now I'm going to use the Shapetape setting powder. This is also from the Busy Girl Basics set that I got from Ulta, and I really do like this. I think it's comparable to a Le Mercier. It's definitely a really great powder for setting. I usually use it under my eyes and around my nose. I'm gonna be using the setting brush from Real Techniques. This is still the best brush that I have found for setting under the eyes. I just think that like it's the perfect size, shape, the bristles, it's awesome. Putting this on under my eyes to set the concealer. For some reason there is a dog hair on my face, which is what happens when you have 3 dogs. Pressing the powder into the skin to set all the places where I put the concealer. Now during the summertime, I do not put powder all over my face. I tend to be dry, so I'm not usually a powder all over kind of person because I will start to look a little bit dry. So usually I just do it around under my eyes to set my concealer, and then like around my nose, because if you don't know, I work in the field doing social work for hospice, so I'm visiting people in their homes. I'm in and out of my car all day. It's summer in Mississippi, it's really hot, it's really bright, so I'm constantly taking my sunglasses off and on, and I want to make sure to keep that foundation, you know, on my nose, where, you know, where the sunglasses touch your nose, things tend to get smeary, or it might come off with some foundations. So anyway, I am gonna finish up my makeup, and then we will get on with the day. Alright, so this is the final look that I am going to be wearing today. So I will be checking back in with you throughout the day to let you know how each of these concealers is doing. And then I'll check back in at the end of the day here at home and give you my final thoughts. Hey y'all, I am checking in. I have had the concealer on for just a little over 5 hours-ish. It's about 1:30, and I just wanted to give you an idea of what it's looking like. So you can see they're both holding up pretty well. I feel like this is the Shapetape, just to remind, and this is the Creaseless. So I feel like the Creaseless looks a little bit better, but that could be due to the fact that this one's just a little bit lighter than what I need for the summer. But this is what it looks like after 5.5-ish hours. So I'll check back in a couple of hours. Hey y'all, it is 8:30, and I completely forgot that I was going to be checking in with my concealer, and I just wanted to give you an end of the night update. Just standing here in my bathroom, and this is the Shapetape after about 12 hours, and this is the Creaseless. I don't know if you can really see, but I do have a line under each of my eyes, but I feel like the Creaseless had a little bit more staying power. I feel like you can see a lot more discoloration under the eye of the Shapetape. And as far as not creasing goes, I mean, I have a line under both of my eyes, but I don't feel like it really settled into either of those lines. It's just that, like, it got a little bit, I don't know, it faded away more quickly. Well, I mean, it's been 12.5 hours, so it definitely didn't have the staying power of the Creaseless. But overall, I think the performance on both of them is really good, but the Creaseless is my new favorite. So sorry I forgot about checking in, and I look so ratchet right now, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.